everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Allie and today I'm barefaced because I'm going to do a makeup look. I'm going to show you guys how I use one eyeshadow to create a look. I think I've done that on my channel before. If not on my channel, then on my Instagram. By the way, I am wearing a shirt. I just have it pulled down. So yeah, I was going to show you how I use like some cream products and to create a one eyeshadow look and an easy base. So yeah, I'm not going to dilly-dally. I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to me, if you want more of this face, then yeah, hit that subscribe button and we're going to go ahead and get started. You spray a facial mist on my face, either a primer spray or a setting spray. So today I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I actually will be using non-cruelty free products today because I'm trying to use them up. I feel like I say that almost every single time, but truly it's because I'm trying to use them up. So I will try to give alternatives where I can. So for eyebrows, I think I'm just going to use an eyebrow gel today. We will see. So for my tinted brow gel, I'm going to use the Brow Gal. This is in the shade 2. For the summertime, I like to get a brow gel that's a little bit darker than what I would normally use because then it creates like a one and done eyebrow product. I feel like I'm really blurry, but I feel like sometimes like it just pretends to be focused when it's not. Okay, so as an eyeshadow base, when I wear cream products, I don't necessarily like to have a thick eyeshadow base, but I will use just the slightest bit of concealer. This is my favorite one. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and I just like to focus it where I have some darkness, so right in that middle region. And then also up here, because obviously my eyeshadow is going to go all the way up to my brow bone. I guess it's not obvious. It's not. And then I also have a little bit of darkness out here that I like to cover. And that's all I'm going to do. And I'm just going to take my finger and I'll be using a lot of fingers today. And I'm actually not going to set this with powder. And I use tapping motions mostly because you really don't want to pull on your eye. It's like the most sensitive area ever. So for my eyeshadow, I'm actually going to use one from ColourPop. It's called Blaze and it's like this really cool like green based gold. I think this is from the Kathleen Lights quad, but I think you can like get it by itself. So I'm just going to take a fair amount of it, like that much, and I'm going to just place it on my eyelids. And I'm going to place it, but also put it not just on my lid, like I want it on the crease, I want it all over the place. As you can see, it's like sparkly and like just so nice. I'm going to clean that up only slightly after, but honestly, like this is it. This is probably like the least exciting makeup tutorial you'll ever see. So most of the shimmer is concentrated on the lid, so like the residual color base is obviously in the crease. So I'm going to take this brush. It is a little bit dirty, but it's what I always use for creams. It's the vintage Step 2 for the shadow brush. I got it in a BoxyCharm. I'm just going to kind of go through and clean up any edges and see if I need to add more shadow to either of the eyes. So that's pretty much it. I may touch up later, but for the most part, this is all you gotta do. And then, per usual, I will add an eyeliner to my tight line. I'm going to use Slay with Slate from Milani. It's a stay put eyeliner. I'm actually going to take a little bit more of that eyeshadow just with the brush. Hair on it, of course. And I like this because it gives like almost a glossy effect without being wet. I'm going to clean up under the eyes with a makeup wipe. And then I'm going to zoom out to do the face. For primer, I'm going to use the Nivea Post Shave Balm. There's a good cruelty-free alternative for it, but I can't remember what it was. I like this because it's really hydrating and it adds like almost a sticky base. Oh yeah. This feels really nice. But it does it without adding like any glow to the skin. It's just like pure hydration and tackiness. And it doesn't break me out. I know it breaks some people out, but not me. I still use it after all this time. Right now I do it until it feels tacky. I am gonna color correct. No, I'm not gonna color correct. I don't want too much under my eyes. So I'm trying out a new foundation. It's the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation in the shade Porcelain. I've been looking for this because I have a feeling it's going to be a dupe for the Clinique Acne Solutions, which is one of my favorite foundations before I stopped buying cruelty-free makeup. So I've been wanting to try this, but they've been sold out of the shade forever. I don't know if this shade's going to work. I'm going to try it out anyway. If I need. And I also, this might be a little more mattifying than what I was initially hoping for. But if it is, I'm just not going to set my face with powder. I'm going to take a beauty blender and just blend out. That is not the right shade, kind of. It's just warm. And that is really, really matte. It honestly feels exactly like the Clinique one. Yeah, they've been sold out of the shade forever. I thought it might have been discontinued, but I went to Target and I noticed it and I immediately picked it up because I've been wanting to try this forever. It doesn't look like it doesn't match, but it doesn't look like it matches either. I can't tell you how much I'm using because it's a squeezy bottle, but I used about that much before, so I'm using about that much again. A little bit seems to be going a long way. I haven't been into super full coverage foundation. And that's all I'm going to use. Solid light to medium coverage. I don't think it's full coverage, but I feel like my standards of full coverage are a little bit different. But I don't think it's exactly full. I'm going to conceal, but I'm going to mix the Wet n Wild Photo Focus with the NYX HD because I've been noticing that the NYX HD has been like oxidizing. So I don't know if you can see that, but it looks almost orange, which is fine because it color corrects, but then I have orange under eyes. So, and I've been using not a lot of concealer lately, and I'm just going to use my finger to blend that out. That concealer blends in perfectly with the foundation. I'm going to contour a little bit. I'm going to use this brush. It's from Wet n Wild. And I'm going to use the Tarte Hampton Weekender palette, and I'm going to use that Farmer's Market shade right there. What I like to do is, I could use an actual contouring brush. Hold please. I'm going to contour with this. It's from a brand called Do Color. I got it off of Amazon. And I'm going to take this and just put it into that color and dab off a lot of the excess because I don't want like a harsh contour. And just, I always go over my contour again with my foundation sponge. So I'm going to take the Real Techniques blush brush and I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer. I kind of reviewed it unfavorably in my Friday favorites, but now I really like it. So just one of those things. That's why I do it, because it's a good way to see like the evolution of how I feel about products. I'm going to use a cream blush. I'm going to use the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Puff. And I apply this directly to my hand. You don't need a large amount at all. And since I'm wearing a more mattifying foundation, I am going to apply it with my finger and then a sponge. So I just apply it like so, and then take my foundation sponge and blend it out like that. It's a very subtle blush, or you can take it directly with the sponge too. And then I'm going to take the same amount for my other cheek. I would love to try other colors of this because I think it's like a really interesting formula, but the color isn't my favorite. It's not bad, it's just not my favorite type of color, especially for spring and summer. I'm going to take some powder and set parts of my face. I'm going to strategically set, and I'm going to take my Maybelline Matte and Poreless powder. A good dupe for this is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless powder, or like the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. But I'm trying to use this up. So I'm going to take this on the center of my forehead. I take this on the sides of my nose. That'll almost give it like a contoured look because I did bronze my nose. I'm going to set underneath my eyes. I'm taking the same brush that I normally set with. It's the e.l.f. blush brush is what it's called. And I'm going to set my chin. And I'm going to set under that bronzer area to kind of even everything out. Actually going to highlight next. I have the Physicians Formula Butter Highlight. This is like a cream to powder formula. I messed up the ridges because I can't help it because it's like putty. Oh, you know what? My highlighter brush is in the other room, so let me go get that. Alright, so I'm going to take the Morphe 510 brush. I'm going to go into that butter highlight. Carefully highlight the cheekbones. It's like an iridescent highlight, which I know isn't everyone's cup of tea. Personally, I like this formula in this color. So now I'm going to take that Milani setting spray again. I'm going back into, actually, I broke my favorite one. I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Glide pencil in the shade Mermaid Blue. It's like a sparkly blue. And you'll notice I didn't put that in the waterline because for the waterline I'm going to use my Ulta white eyeliner. And then for an inner corner I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Yogurt. And it's gold, but I think it looks cool. And then for brow bone, I'm going to use, I'm going to go back into that Tarte Hamptons Weekender palette and I'm going to use Beach Getaway. I'm going to touch up my brows on the left side. For mascara, I'm going to use two. I'm going to start with the Glossier Lash Slick and then finish off with the Butter London Double Decker. This one's really lengthening. Alright, so now I'm going to layer up that Butter London mascara. I'm going to really push that into the lash line. Now, last is lips. I have this new lip color that I've been wanting to try forever. It's called a full color lip oil and it's by NYX and it's in the shade Vacation, and I really wanted a bold lip for this. Since I have no clue, I'm just going to go in anyway. There's a lot of slip. Which leads me to believe that this won't be like a transfer proof lip. Don't like it with this look, but it is a really cool color. But I don't like it with the look, so oh god, I don't even know if this is gonna come off. Okay, I think with this a nude is gonna look better. I have two. I don't know which one's gonna look better. I have the Glossier G in Leo, then I have a pinky nude, so let's try the Glossier. No. So I'm going to layer this on top. It's Milani Matte Innocence. I think I also need more mascara. Then I'm going to take the Buxom White Russian Lip Gloss. You know how normally my bronzer looks really intense on camera and not so much in real life? Today's the opposite. And I'm actually going to fix the inner corner because I actually don't like what's going on in there. And I honestly like when things go wrong because then it's like more real, you know? Okay, so for the inner corner, I went ahead and added the highlighter instead and added it over top of it and took it into the lash line a little bit more. And I actually like the way that turned out. It's a little dramatic, but I like it. I'm actually going to zoom you guys in and show you guys what it looks like because I actually, now that it's like come together, I like the way it looks. So the foundation, I actually really like. I didn't set, you know, the way that I normally do and it feels really nice. It doesn't feel tacky. And I like the way that like highlighter is glowing, and then the eyes are, you know, they look wet, and I think that's cool because Like it's a way to get like a glossy lid without like getting a glossy lid, you know what I mean? And then I have a glossy lip to go with it. And this is just like a summertime smoky eye. That's what I'm gonna call this. Okay, this is it. So thank you for watching. I know there was like a few mishaps, but like I kind of like that because it keeps it real, you know? So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!